I joked with the future wife last night about it. I was like, yeah, we'll go to Siesta Key. They got Wi-Fi. I'll bring my laptop and a mic, and then I'll do this podcast while we're there Thursday. She's like, and then we'll get divorced on Friday because fuck you, it's our day. I'm like, right, just throwing it out there, babe. She's like, you want me to fucking stalk Toys R Us or not? I was like, okay.
SCU. You are now listening to Shoutouts Uncut. Prepare to be shattered with your hosts, Matt Baldwin, Skullface, Greg for Mercy, Oscar NJ Boy, T2RX6, Mega A1. Welcome to Shattered Cast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shattercast Uncut, episode 21. And gentlemen, you know what that means? We're old enough to drink! Yeah! Woo! I'm fat, let's party! Stick a finger up a chick's butt when she's not looking and blame her boyfriend. I am your host, Oscar Alonso, and it is good to be back. And joining me are members of the Sinister Six, minus one Antoine, who is currently tied in the basement of one Ariel Castro Jr. That's right, he had a brother. If you don't know who that is, Google him. Sick bastards. Of course, joining me at the table of evil or injustice and the lack of knowledge club is everyone's favorite established, most respected YouTube reviewer in our group, none other than T2RX6 and Mr. Justin.
What is going on, everybody?
Fantastic. And moving on next is everyone's favorite lovable, huggable, squeezable little internet troll, also known as the guy who says, oh, you got a 12-inch dick? I don't scale like that because I got a 16. The one, the only Mr. Greg for Mercy.
Hi. How's it going?
Wow, way to sound like you're in AA, bro. And of course, following up next, right behind him, rubbing his shoulder, saying, you can do it. I'll be your sponsor. Here's your chip. Is everyone's favorite up-and-coming YouTube reviewer, as well as very opinionated individual when it comes to third-party products versus Hasbro, the one, the only Mr. Skullface.
I'm trying to figure out if it's wrong that I'm more excited for Planet of the Apes than Transformers: The Age of Extinction.
In the end, both films will have monkeys throwing shit. And, of course, everyone's favorite Hasbro aficionado. The guy that will hold you in his arms while you're breathing your last breath and you're covered in a puddle of blood and urine and whisper into your ear, Hail Hasbro. Everyone's favorite Hasbro fanboy, my creamy legend and yours, the one, the only Mr. Deluxe. Hey, Matt, how's it going, bud?
Hey, Greg, how y'all doing? Hail Hasbro.
Hail Hasbro, yes, indeed. So, as always, we're going to start off with some good old-fashioned movie show news. And, of course, Transformers Animated 42 episode. The whole series is set to release in June 10th. Thoughts, everybody?
I like I like that it's... I like when you can buy a series and it's a one-shot deal. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one purchase. You got all there is to get, and you can be done. So I'll probably end up picking it up.
You know what's nice about it? It's also relatively cheap, too. It's only like $35.
Yeah, that is an added bonus.
And you get the third season. Everybody waiting for the third season, so...
Well, that wait is over now. This is the complete series. I remember seeing seasons 2 and 1 on DVD on eBay for retarded prices. Jesus. And I actually liked this series. I thought it was really fun. Greg, what are your thoughts, buddy?
I was never a huge fan. I actually like some of the toys better than I did the show, but I'll rent it online.
He'll wait till Netflix will post it and then use my account to view it.
Yeah, I never got into the show, but I like having them just for the sake of having them.
I like it because for a few reasons. I enjoyed the show because it basically has the one voice actor out of all the other series out there, David Kaye, who is the only voice actor to ever voice not just Megatron, but also Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
And, after this, he went on to voice Megatron. This was actually before this series, I stand corrected. He voiced Megatron in the Energon, Cybertron, and Armada series as well. Opposite of one Mr. Gary Chalk, who voiced Optimus Prime. So I liked the animated series. I thought it was really good. I like the fact that Optimus Prime dies once. And I like the fact that Prime is a rank. It's nothing to do with the Matrix, the ultimate MacGuffin.
I like Bulkhead. He was a great introduction on the show.
Yeah, he was.
He stuck around for classics first.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good series. I mean, it wasn't too dark. It was really kid friendly, but it was still adults could watch it, and and it had some throwbacks to G1 once in a while. And I liked Red Guard was a good one, and the toys were really good. I liked a lot of the toys.
What I liked the most about Wreck-Gar, though, that was voiced by Weird Al Yankovic, and those who know basic trivia about the animated film was he contributed a song to that film called "Dare to Be Stupid," which was basically a play on Devo, which again just genius on his part as a musician. Yeah. But
it was,
it was really nice. Yep. Not to mention the same guy who voiced Shockwave in G1 played Megatron in this series. His name escapes me, but yeah.
Corey Burton. Is that his name?
I think so. I am not that much of a fanboy to remember all the voice actors' names.
I was at that BotCon when they were having the auditions for this.
Oh yeah, the reading. Yeah.
Were you in that panel?
No, but I did see the show.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
It is the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my life. Like these people, like I don't know. I felt like shit, hardcore, the hardest.
See, these are the people that had the Optimus Prime underwear and just go straight on balls to the wall.
Every one of their belly buttons stinks. I guarantee it.
But I remember. I think
every one of their belly buttons held at least 1 or 2 tabs of Mountain Dew.
But it was, like I said, that was my first BotCon, and I had I had Bumblebee there. Like I said, David K was there, and he like I said, he's a great voice actor, but he's also really a nice guy, and he appreciates the fans. I mean, he's really, he'll go all out, and talk to you and everything, and he's really nice and everything.
Oh, dude, I think it's like for the last 3 years he's been doing like some Christmas rhymes. The voice of Beast Wars Megatron, which is really nice to sit there and say, "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse." Yes. So
I think he was in a panel with.
It makes me want to fap.
He was in a panel with Weird Al, I think at the 2010 BotCon, and that's when Weird Al actually was there, and he did a panel with David K. It was fucking hilarious just to hear them two going back and forth. That was really nice. It was really awesome.
Oh yeah. So, and moving on to third party news. This seems really really cool for those of you guys that are collecting Warbotron. They have a prototype image of a itty bitty little Shockwave to go with their combiner set. So what are you guys' thoughts on this? I'm not getting this combiner set, but this actually looks really, really cool.
I think it looks cool, but I think it's bullshit marketing.
Yeah, well, this is. Yeah. They said this is coming with the last member, right? The Shockwave.
So they're not charging us?
No, this accessory pack is one thing. The Shockwave is something else, from what I'm understanding. So Shockwave is supposed to come because they're so sorry that they messed up Airburst that Shockwave is going to come with whoever the last member is. But they've also got this accessory pack of different weapons and stuff that combines into a giant gun that you can buy separately.
I see this.
Real quick, I just got to cut the rumor I heard, and you know how that goes. All right, so we can disclaim that. But the rumor I heard is that there's going to be bits of this fucking after every Warbotron release. There's going to be bits of this gun sold separately as an accessory, and then after the 5th one comes out, you buy the last upgrade, and you can make this.
You know what I heard is that when this was announced that it was going to be released as part of the figure, meanwhile in the offices of Big Bad Toy Store, you heard is this. God damn it! 90 days! 90 fucking days is all I fucking wanted from these cunts. And then look what they're doing. They're fucking me, Margaret. Come on, Joel. Calm down. Don't get lippy, woman. God damn it. God. Now they're gonna now I gotta fucking run him $120 for this fucking figure. He's coming with the swindle. God damn it. I need a fucking jelly donut and a goblet full of baby blood. Make it happen, Gloria. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Gloria.
Goodness gracious.
You guys miss me. You know you did.
Oh, hell yeah. We were lost without you there. At least we kind of pulled it together during the Hasbro bit last week, but
I did nice recovery.
Yeah, we were during like the third party bit, like yeah, and then fuck and generally
we got to the Hasbro. I heard this in the background. Oh, Arkansas for life, man. Hell, Hasbro. Arkansas motherfuckers. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
That's all
But,
right.
but yeah, it's if this is like if this comes free, look, here's the thing. If this comes free as like a little added bonus with Onslaught at the end of it, like and you know, this to me would be like a folded up Valentine's note that says, "We're sorry." You know, and I'll take it. I will accept their apology for the Warba drama.
Yeah, they better not charge you for the Shockwave shit.
But I got a feeling that they're charging.
It'll be $130 swindle figure. It won't even come with Onslaught. It'll come with their swindle. You know, fucking Cherokee, whatever they're calling them. Go figure. But other than that, Greg, what are your thoughts on this, buddy?
I don't know. I mean, the little Shockwave, I already went through this with the Fans Project one. So, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. I can live with it one way or another. Or without it, I guess, rather.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I agree with you. I can live without this as well. But the thing, this is a principality, I feel like. You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like if they throw it in at the end, okay, forgiven and forgotten. But if they try to charge extra for this, it's like, haven't you done enough?
Yeah, well, we'll see what they do. I mean,
if they go ahead and charge you at the end of this, it's kind of like, you know, trying to find sense of dating a stripper and wondering why she keeps cheating on you. Because everyone else has more money than you. That's why. God, I miss you.
Are you drawing any sort of moral, ethical line here, Justin?
I know. I mean, it just depends on how they go ahead and release this thing. If it is something that comes with the last one, then I think it's pretty cool to get Shockwave for free. But if it's something that you have to buy, like, yeah, it's like this is TFC made worse. You know,
right.
Like,
exactly.
I hate the upgrade sets TFC does because they always seem to improve the figure, and then to be like, well, here's some guns. And, you know, this is the first figures out, and we're already seeing an upgrade set, you know?
Me Chinese, me play trick, you buy Hercules upgrade set. That's stupid viral.
it's funny you said
$500 combiner, now $565 combiner. Everybody happy.
I'll tell you I don't need the little Shockwave. It's a cool thing, but it's for me. It's all about this is a principle thing. This is like a look. Okay, that Big Bad Toy Store shit was probably the wrong move to make. Here you go.
And we all know what happens at BBTS when that's going to go down. He is going to be pissed.
I mean, he's already. I mean, I'm sure they raked it in over Airburst. I'm absolutely sure.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next one to come out. So yeah.
Me neither.
I'm ready to ship my pile of loot.
I'm ready to piss away $102 plus shipping on that. I forgot their company. That's how obsessed I am with them. That's making a Voyager Onslaught that'll fucking vindicate this long arm gorilla shit slinging fucking combiner on my shelf. But other than that, moving on. And speaking about slinging shit and making you fucking mad because you don't own it yet, Maki Toys Quantron is looking sweet as ever. And apparently he's a fucking Hawkeye. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to open this one up for some talk. Because, like, I know I'm going to end up getting this.
Oh, you're not the only one.
But I'm not sure this is as good as I may have thought it was.
What?
It's not really. I gotta be honest with you. Like, it's not. It looks awesome, and it'll probably be the best Computron that we'll get in some time. It'll be the best Computron up to this point, and it'll be the best one available for some time. But I'm not sure if it's Computron enough for me.
I'll tell you what. I am going to. All right, like I said earlier, I said it and I kept my word with Citizen Stacks, which I'll get at later on in this episode. I am going to buy this entire combiner set because I never owned a Computron when I was a kid.
I never did either.
So as I watched the G1 set still go for like $200 fucking dollars,
yeah.
I figure, well, hell, why would I want to blow 200 balls in a G1 counterpart, which is fine,
right?
when I could basically
Kick it
go
up
ahead and
$100 and get
kick
this.
it up a couple $100 more and have like limbs that can bend their arms and legs, and I don't have to worry about sticker peel because Repro-Labels doesn't suck yet. So I mean,
Right.
I'm pretty sure this will be a better purchase.
It just like does. It's something I'm gonna get it. I know I'm gonna get it, but like the nose cone bit looks really on to me.
I like
But,
the
like-
light speed. Light speed looks really good.
Which one is Lightspeed?
He's the car.
He's the car. Yeah, that looks cool.
You call yourself a fan, you motherfucker.
Well, I see. I never had him. So like
Yeah.
I like my knowledge of him is probably the least of all the combined.
I got
There's
you
something
beat.
about this torso though, man. That it just doesn't feel like Computron. to me.
You know what? It's not. You know why it doesn't feel like Computron to you or to anyone else that's looking at this is because that fucking huge like fuselage in the front doesn't flip around underneath his legs and turn into a huge gargantuan dick.
But like like the chest, the shoulders that are part of the middle piece.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit like broad looking, and the hips look a little disjointed. But at least what I'm seeing. But
From what I
Now-
see a really imposing combined mode.
yeah, I still think it looks good.
I still think it
definitely
looks good,
compared to what the original looked like. But yeah, if you're not familiar with it, then
Now that picture in the bottom left corner where he's like holding the crossbow kind of out and it's not on his back.
Yeah.
That looks better to me.
Right.
I don't get the crossbow thing. What the? I mean,
That's part of the fuselage on his
Yeah.
on Scattershot's whatever the fuck mode, his flight mode. Let's just call it that. But it looks really, really impressive. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Greg.
I don't remember the slingshot from G1.
No, it wasn't. I think that's
Or
just new.
the bow and arrow, rather.
I
no, he
think
didn't
that's-
have a. He just had a. What? He had a gun.
Yeah,
didn't have a bow and
this
arrow.
is basically Maki Toys re-engineering it
Okay.
and making a use for this huge fucking pack of kibble that would stick up on his back.
Oh, man.
Well, you sound heartbroken, bro.
Kibble.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter about the price. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be $100 each, probably. Maybe
No,
a little less.
I mean, well, Maki Toys have been really good. Like, granted, they're Giants inferior compared to Hercules. I think everyone here can agree to that. I don't even own either one. But at least theirs were kind of moderately priced.
So $80 probably.
yeah, but then you get things like the Nova Lord Prime, which was pretty outrageous for
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that like kind of stole Hasbro's design on the base toy at least.
Yeah. The argument can be made it's a knockoff, but oh wait, it's a new mold, so it's not a knockoff because it's got extra stuff.
Well, isn't this thing gonna be like? Isn't the rumor is that it's a one shot deal?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I heard.
They're all
You know,
going to be all. What?
That's gonna be kind of an interesting purchase.
Oh, God
Get him. Get him.
Get 'em.
Get him!
Sorry.
Get him! Get that minority! I mean, get the intruders.
Oh boy.
That's funny you say that.
I knew
that
he
is,
was going to say that shit. I knew he
That's
was going to say
Skullface at youtube.com. I'll take all hate mail there.
But I think that like I think it's going to be interesting because here's the thing about staggered releases. Obviously, it helps your pockets, right? But also, I feel like you get a chance to appreciate each piece a little bit more
Yep.
because you got those months that go by where you can fuck with it. You're changing it back and forth. You're figuring it out. You're having fun with it.
Oh yeah,
And-
definitely.
And with this, I kind of feel like everybody's going to be in a race to get this thing combined, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I mean like
So they're,
especially like the whatever it was Intimidator, like that release between every figure made it so it's like everyone was enjoyable to get to see what they did next.
Yeah, so they made Downforce and ruined it.
so it's going to be released as one like a gift set or something.
That's the word.
So I mean, you say that you get a chance to appreciate them, but look at MMC with the the Predacons. Y'all are waiting forever.
Yeah,
To
well,
get
that's,
one piece
that's,
that it really-
that's the extreme.
Right.
That would be the one extreme. That would be that would be the thing that would keep the universe balanced and compared to this.
Well, I mean, how when Giant came out, I think they came two apiece. They did the
Yes.
2-piece thing. How long were each of those? I don't know. Y'all probably don't remember, but
Justin might.
For which one?
Giant.
for the Giant, they showed the
Staggered.
2 pieces.
He was like, I think he was only like every month or so, every couple months at least.
So that's
So
not
he
bad.
he
They
came
should
out
do-
he came out before Hercules did in its
Right,
complete
yeah.
form.
Okay. I mean, I just that would kind of make it a little better. If it's only a month between, they
But I
sell
mean,
two
like,
apiece.
You guys made the statement of like, whoa, look at their Happy Nove. That's how high their prices can go. Yeah, you're right. But look at also stuff like Trash Talk and Cogs. Look
which
at
is
the
an
Chaos Paladin, which was not a bad price. Even
Nope.
though it was a power core combiner.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think hopefully they'll make this set into basically like either a 2-pack or affordable singles.
Yeah, I would like to see the 2-packs.
Yeah, two and one.
I think they might do the 2-packs. Haven't they been showing like 2 at a time? Like they showed Lightspeed and.
No, they basically like showed 2, and then they've shown this.
Okay. I thought they showed 2 at a time with all the other ones. Okay.
Let's see real quick. Our second combiner set Quantron will be available as a box set in the summer. Oh, there answers your question.
There we go.
We
are the best journalists ever.
Reading is fundamental. As our dear partner, Gray for Mercy would say, Transformer fans don't read.
We sure don't, because that cat in the hat.
It's the very first sentence.
Bobby, would you say we're not the right ones to be covering this news?
We might not be. To further improve the stability of its combined form, a more advanced combining mechanism was developed and applied to Quantron. So that's
going to be a lot of money. Shit.
We're going to see new technology for the...
Not if you save up.
Unlike its precursor, Giant, Quantron is a 5-member combiner where each member can transform into sci-fi vehicles.
All right.
Sci-fi.
Fuck yeah.
Sci-fi. Sci-fi.
The combined form of Quantron has a height of 28 centimeters, which is close in height to Giant. Comparing to the Giant, Quantron is more integrated and self-contained. It has a more refined body proportion and improved articulation, especially in the arm section. The newly designed combining mechanism allows for a very wide range of arm movement. Even the signature archer pose can be performed very easily. It also features fully articulated fingers that the Giant didn't have due to its size issue. All the accessories are integrated into its combined form. The Giga Cannon, stored on the back, can be dispatched and installed on the right forearm.
That's the
front part of the Giga Cannon can be transformed into Giga Composite Bow mode or Giga Crossbow mode.
Okay, look, you sound like a fucking fan of Digimon, and I don't want to hear anymore. Not to mention the names for these fucking guys remind me a lot of like attacks you would hear in Dragon Ball Z, like Sonic Drill and Overheat. And let's not forget Blind Fire and Solilitrias, whatever.
Okay. The transformation is simplified to achieve a better experience.
Clearly worth $500 fucking motherfucker.
So he's gonna be smaller than Herc.
So this is flip change Quantron, right?
Yeah. No, it's Basham's Battle Rollers.
Well, I'm just hoping that they simplified the price too. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, pretty much.
$300.
To sit there and shell out the better part of $500 for a combiner set where the leader's called Metal Storm. I'm not comfortable with that.
Metal Storm.
I think it's safe to say we all have mixed feelings about this. We'll move on to another release by Maki Toys called Utopia, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I gotta say.
For Magnus, it's really nice looking.
Now, the one thing I did laugh at is the bottom right corner where it has it next to the Omega Supreme Armageddon upgrade set bit. Instead of the Utopia City mode can be placed alongside the Armageddon kit to form a mega city size city. So it's like you could put it next to anything though, right? Like you could put it next to the Batcave, and
it's not the Batcave is on Cybertron because fuck you. That's why. That's our logic.
It's not like it integrates. You know
what I
mean? Like,
it's just like sitting right next to it.
I just had a realization. Maki Toys aren't Oriental. They're from Canada with that type of logic. Think about it. The robot mode Utopia has a height of 40 centimeters. It has excellent articulation. An oversized retracting mechanism enhances the stability of the figure's posture. Guy. The cockpit of the Mega Cannon can be opened. Guy. That's right, buddy. Feels good.
So are we thinking that it might be the size of Armageddon?
I don't own an Armageddon. Those that do, please chime in. Because how big is he?
Justin?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say, I guess. To me, it looks like it's going to be smaller just by judging like the two pieces of Omega Supreme in that picture compared to the pieces of...
Yeah, like the legs.
Yeah, like he just doesn't look like he's going to be generally as tall, but he still is going to be pretty big, so... Of course,
I
he
wanna
should be bigger than Omega as Metroplex, but just saying.
I want to see what because it seems like they're trying to keep the robot scale a secret. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So I really want to see.
They must never know, guy. This is really Voyager size.
But I will.
Photoshop.
I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I will probably know eventually because I'm going to get something that we're going to talk about in a few more bullet points. But I tell you what, I don't hate this at all.
I think it looks nice.
Yeah, I think it looks good. It's all dependent on price for me.
I can't sit there and say I don't want it. I kind of do want it because after I got Stacks, and that's a big bitch, I'm like, wow, you know what my shelf needs? More huge fucking robots. And I think this will appease that need. But I gotta, again, it's third party, so the price is gonna have to see what I gotta look at.
And the base mode is so nostalgic.
Yep. Here at Maki Toys, we even reduced the easy bit of turning the head around in order to activate new cannons for his base mode.
Hey.
So if someone stands behind those huge cannons, that he's just looking at them? That's right. For a very, very long time, guy.
That's right.
It even comes like with a baby Optimus, if I'm looking at that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I can't get behind is that the colonization ship looks kind of weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
I guess I'll give it a pass.
The colonization ship.
Yeah.
They also call it the Rumpus Room for robots. That's right. They have sex. Blood orgies.
Yeah, the colonization ship kind of reminds me a bit more of the IDW.
Well, let's get Greg, what's your take on this, buddy?
It's all right.
That's like Greg's shit for tonight.
I mean,
Greg
this
is not fucking wowed tonight at all.
Well, let me tell you guys a story. My birthday was yesterday, and I was said I wasn't going to spend the whole fucking week fucking around, so I don't know. I'm just kind of beat. I've been doing some shit. And smoking a bunch of pot and, just whatever. Well, no. I've been smoking more pot than drinking, so I'm not as fired up as I normally would be. I just don't really see... This thing's got to be really good for me to get it. I mean, it's got to be really good. Because, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and praise fucking Generations Metroplex. Not at all. But, man, he's good enough in this situation.
He's big as fuck, which doesn't...
Yeah. And he just stands there.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I going to do, transform him?
Right.
Like, fucking lay him down on his back? I mean...
Right.
That's like finding an alt mode for these old Heroes of Cybertron's PVC figures.
Right.
That makes sense. And speaking of something, Justin, what are your thoughts on Sentinel?
On Sentinel?
I'm sorry, Utopia. Derp.
I think, like I said, I think he looks good. I would like to get him, but it's all price dependent. So.
Deluxe.
Pass. Probably. It looks like it's going to be small. And I just, like I said, the price is probably going to be probably around, above average. And I like my Generation Metroplex just as good.
Okay, so here's something that needs to be explained to me because I am fucking lost on this one. So they released Maki Toys releases Nova Prime. Maki Toys, which is another thing we're talking about here for our next segment of third-party figures, has released Sentinel, which is essentially RTS Lunar Fire Optimus Prime colors, but with the Maki Toys Nova Prime mold. But does he come with that tanker, or is that just, perks?
Yeah, I have no idea on this one, to be honest.
It's like they have like the whole shoulder buff thing from their fucking wannabe Ultra Magnus. But it's like I just don't get it. I don't see the fucking point on this.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that this is going to be just a way for them to release the non-tanker and just the main figure, but I don't know.
Because this is, Greg, you've owned Hypernova. This is just basically the same type of figure, right? Just in the G1 color scheme or whatever. The G2.
Yeah, this is one of those fool me once kind of items. It's like I got the tanker, And then I got the figure in the tanker, but I'm not buying another goddamn figure.
I'm looking at this, and it's just like, I got to use a strip club analogy. It's like, man, she's got a banging body. She turns around, bam, fat cesarean scar with a tattoo around it. And no, I'm not falling for that twice. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't even. What is this referencing?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
That's why I'm like.
Shit. This is their attempt at doing something brand fucking new, but in the end, technically, it's a fucking knockoff with bigger fucking fenders.
Yeah, see,
So,
I'm not in this for your creative ideas. Do you know what I mean? I'm in this for you to make better looking versions of shit I like.
yeah, like, MMC's releasing that sweet looking Nova Prime figure. It's a little big, but you know what? It looks fucking sweet. But this is just, oh man, that alt mode. It just looks like the Buster Optimus Prime that the Takara released for the Dark of the Moon film. That was their exclusive.
Right.
Which was nothing more than the Revenge of the Fallen leader class Optimus Prime, but with newer front end. I don't understand that. So
yeah, I don't know. Justin takes more of a chance on shit like this than I do, and he even seems skeptical about it.
Yep, not happening. So
yeah, I look at this and I'm going, you're a third party company. Why the fuck does this figure have huge chunks of fucking truck kibble hanging on its back?
yeah.
You know what's a better buy than this?
And
Fire
crack.
Genrai BotCon edition? That's what. So all right. So everyone, I think we all can agree, nay, right, Matthew?
Yeah, I think
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I'm passing
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So speaking of stuff I passed on the last time I talked about it, and I look at it now, and my inner me's going, man, these would look really sweet on your shelf with your Dinobots, man. Come on, you really need a Dinobot combiner, motherfucker. And it's looking really awesome.
I'll tell you, man, $80 is $80 is the allure of this. Like I think I easily would rather have these over every AOE Dinobot with the exception of
Scorn.
You're so full
Scorn.
of shit.
Fucking
I'm telling you.
winning people
God.
over. Right, man.
These are plastic shits.
Right, I'm familiar.
You say that, yet I look at it and I go, okay, combiner figure that, even though technically the argument could be made, it's a fucking power core combiner, because that core piece, which is their not Grimlock, their stupid lock, or cheap lock, as I've been nicknaming them, is, there's no new head for the combiner mode or anything like that. It's just like the limbs turn into their own little robots, which I'm curious to see how they look like in the end. And I don't know, man, the price is right. And it's like, I'm really kind of considering these things.
Yeah, because what is this? What is 75 divided by 5? Who's a math guy?
It's like $13.
It's numbers.
Yeah. So like, they're cheaper than deluxes, and they combine. And I got to say, this is not a terrible purchase.
Just a little paint job, you can make them G1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God, that snarl looks like shit. It just looks like it's.
That what?
It just looks like they just look like knockoffs. The snarl. I mean, they're just. I know they are knockoffs, probably, but
I'm sorry, that looks like shit. But compared to the AOE snarl, which looks like a fucking ninja star,
Yeah, that looks
you
like
can
shit
fucking
too.
change. This looks like fucking dynamite, man.
And this
Just
combines.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
a
but
fucking arm, you heartless bastard.
Nobody cares about the Dinobots combining. They're not there to combine. They never have combined.
I hear you and I agree with you, but what I'm saying is that there's added features to this at less the price than a Hasbro Deluxe.
I mean, I can see. I know where you're coming from. No,
And the overall
I say
look of it,
it
like, I
comes,
gotta
it's
say
just extra.
It's more alluring to me than the AOE wave.
Yeah, I definitely am kind of interested in these. I ordered the Defensor guys,
I know you.
and if they're good, then I'm probably gonna get these ones too, just because like I said, $25. So.
I want to go on record and say I literally cannot wait for that review.
Yeah, well, and you know what? Honestly, I ordered them, and I got a message from Paul on Sir Toys, and he's like, they sent me the larger size one. Do you want that one instead? I don't know when the regular one's going to come back in. I'm like, what's the price difference? He's like, well, for now, it'll be the same price. I'm like, yeah, then send me that one. Why would I?
There's two different sizes for the Star City guys?
Yeah, there's like a small, like a regular sized one and a slightly larger version. So the smaller one is the $75, and that they look to be like between Deluxe and Voyager size, and then the other one is apparently larger. Yeah.
And this is
Wow.
on sirtoys.com?
Yep.
I'm going to have to hit him up then. I may have to consider this within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I bookmarked their page.
I'm not crazy about the paint. I'd much rather that's one of my beasts with the AOE Dinobots too. Is that I like my Dinobots to look a little bit uniformed, a little bit more uniformed, I should say.
Yeah, not this random fucking color scheme. You got purple
Yeah.
with one, red with the other. That actually works for it. And then you got poo brown for the main boss. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and then with this one, it's green. One's green, or two are blue, so that they got that going for it. And it's just I just like my Dinobots to look uniformed. I like them to look like a team. I think that the team aspect of the Dinobots is paramount.
Definitely. But that said, nice paint job will take care of all that for me. So
That's true.
if these are good for $75, I'm in.
And it does look like metallic paint in the blue. Like on if you look at a Slag's crest.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking to it too hard. And so moving on to cock teases. Hey, guess who's back on the list? Maki Toys, with their version of Citybot is they're not Scorponok. So
I'm in.
Yeah, Greg.
I'll get one of them, either this or the Perfect Effect one, depending on how this one is.
Okay, Matthew.
Yeah, maybe both. I have to see more. The Perfect Effect, I'm probably all in, but I like to see more from this than just drawings. So.
Right on, Justin.
Yeah, I personally think I'm in for the Perfect Effect one first, but if this is good and the Metroplex is a decent price, then sure, why not?
Yeah, well, I'll just fucking pass. And because I'm a contrarian and I got to go against the grain, bro. It's just not my style. I look at this, dude. It just looks like I look at it and I go, "Hi." It's talking to me. It's going, "Hi there. My name's Top Secret for now." And I'm not gonna be a bitch to sit there and stand on your fucking shelf because look at my feet.
Yeah,
And,
I do agree. I don't like the feet on this guy.
And look at my fucking tail. This is back heavy. Instantly back heavy.
Even the drawing is leaning forward.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, my back. Meanwhile, I saw the PE one you guys talked about in the last episode, and I was like, oh, hi there. I'm Scorponok. I'll fucking kill everyone you love. And I'm like, oh my god, he's so intimidating.
It
works.
I'm in for this because I'm hoping that you can stand them up a little bit straighter and all that shit. I'm hoping for that. I mean, we'll see as it evolves.
It's the first third-party figure with multiple sclerosis. No.
So what?
It's an all email to Matthew Baldwin at gmail.com.
But I think that if this is going to be of that city scale, and I want my Scorponok to be like city scale, so I don't think I'll get a Scorponok bigger than this. That'll be better than this. So I think this will probably be my only option. And I got to say that I think it's pretty ambitious to fucking make toys be doing planning a second Citybot already.
Well, and see, that's exactly why I said to me this all depends on Metroplex, because the only way I would want this is if Metroplex is awesome. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure. Sign me up. But
the reason why we're getting all this Make Toys shit is because Make Toys has officially started producing a catalog. So this is all in their first issue of their catalog or whatever, all this Make Toys news.
Are they going to have, I think we was talking about last week, the Perfect Effect one is not going to have a city mode. Maybe not. Is this one going to have a city mode? Or is this going to be a triple chain?
It would have to.
They're calling it a Citybot.
Okay.
So
is the Perfect Effect one going to be a triple? I mean, is it a triple changer too?
I don't think we know about the Perfect Effect. Okay. That said, it'd be pretty easy to just lie him down.
Not to mention, I don't think it'll break. I don't think it'll break any hearts because the moment you buy it, you'll be fucking scared of it to question it. So.
Yeah, that's true too. Okay. But I think you'll be scared to break either.
Yeah, these are going to be a good price, probably both of them.
I think that you'll be scared to fuck with it too much, but get it into one mode, get it into the other mode, get it back into bot mode ASAP, and put it on your shelf. And
I don't see a lot of people leaving this as city mode unless you just got a lot of room to move around. But I wouldn't leave it in city mode.
But I'm excited about this. I'm excited about them like possibly doing a Fort Max, and I'm excited. A Triptychon maybe.
Oh, love it! I would love somebody to do a
I would like a
Triptychon.
Triptychon, to be honest with you. I've
Yeah.
had my fill with Scorponok and Metroplexes. I want Triptychon. You know,
I agree.
I thought
want
Hasbro was
big-
going to do a Triptychon.
I want that giant Tyrannosaurus Rex. You're like, maybe it's a robot. No, it's a fucking city. Holy shit, that's amazing.
Honestly, it does make me wonder why, with Metroplex coming first, why he wasn't the obvious second choice over Scorponok.
I agree.
Because it's Scorponok.
I'm guessing that they're going to reuse a lot of the transformation engineering for the city mode.
Yeah, that's
the only thing I can come up with.
Yeah. And in which case, Scorponok looks a whole, or has similar aspects to him than Triptychon does.
Right. That's all I can come up with. But I'm excited to see more. I mean, Make Toys stuff, even like that Sentinel, which I have absolutely no interest in, still looks good. And that Hypernovae and all that, like, regardless of the issues people have with it, et cetera, it still is a good looking thing. When it's all said and done.
So we got Greg back with us. We had a little technical difficulties there, so I was figured it was kind of quiet. And normally Greg knows how to contribute to these type of discussions. So you there now, buddy?
Yo, I'm here. Yeah, Skype's being an asshole tonight.
Yeah,
It's a tendency to do that.
So all right. So I guess we're moving on. Gigapower is going to be making a version of Slag.
Yep.
This is just getting ridiculous. I'm sorry. Look, I understand you guys are excited for Fans Toys, Scoria, whenever it decides to be released.
Right.
But now you got two fucking companies doing Masterpiece class Dinobots, and for a guy who doesn't have a fucking Grimlock, it's gnawing at me right now. And I can only hope that Planet X would get off their lazy ass and fucking do their sludge already, so I could have a Fall of Cybertron sludge to go with my shitty Grimlock. Sorry.
At least they've got one out.
Yeah.
Everybody, they're doing better than everybody else.
Jesus.
This is too much. This overhaul, I think it's just too much.
This looks amazing. I'm sure it'll.
This is for people with like immense amounts of disposable income. Sorry for interrupting.
It's not disposable, but I'm willing to make sacrifices. This is like, like I said, man. There's
Good
two
to sell a
groups,
kid.
Dinobots and Stunticons. Like I'm
that Thundercracker.
What about that IDW Thundercracker?
Like I would definitely have.
Don't you look at the aggregate page and say, "Hey, bro, you want to buy me, bro? Your wife will forgive you."
I definitely would get this over the.
I just wish Scoria would hurry the fuck. I mean, it's being pushed back. I know it's third party. I understand this. I know, but god dang it, I've been waiting so much for this.
It's okay. Fuck that. That's getting ridiculous. I did not order one, and even I'm like watching this shit. Saying,
like, what the fuck, dude?
Are you fucking serious? Like, the only person that's got is like Optobotomist and Pia, and I'm sure there's a third guy there, some other jerk that got it. It's like, hey, look at this. We've got a fucking Scoria. You guys done, guy. We're popular.
Well, with 3 or 4 pushbacks, the Scoria better be money.
Yeah, sure.
With 3 or 4 pushbacks, that tells me someone's going through problems with money.
Yeah.
So.
Like, I'm thinking that if this thing falls short of expectations, there's going to be a lot of problems on their end because it's just been pushed back so much.
Especially when they got another one coming up, Swoop. It's supposed to come out the third quarter. So you're looking maybe December,
third quarter 2015.
Yeah. If that one doesn't hit the mark, Fans Toys is going to be in trouble.
Greg, what's your thoughts on this?
I'm in.
Here we go again, man.
No. I'm in for Fans Toys. You know that. And like I said before, I know. Chill, brother. Chill. Let me finish. I understand that, but I told you before, Bobby, and I think I said actually on the show that for these guys, it's whoever comes out first with the best looking one to fit my scale needs. So, like, I may buy a larger. If I feel like the one dinosaur should be bigger, I might buy the Gigapower one for that one. Right. But I'm definitely in for the Scoria. And what's the fucking Stegosaurus?
That would be the Fans Toys Sever, if I'm saying that right. Because, creative fucking names, not like Pinchback or fucking Dorsal Fin. No, his name's Sever.
Well, I just meant I might get the Gigapower version of him just because I wanted the bigger.
Oh, Sludge?
Yeah, Sludge. Snarl? God, I hate
Snarl's the ones that Gigapower's coming out with.
Sludge is the long neck one.
Yeah, nobody has put up pictures of a Sludge yet.
That's because everybody hates Sludge. Apparently.
No, I want that.
Sludge is going to be where the issues lie. Sludge is guaranteed to piss one group of people off regardless. It's
I wonder how they're going to do that neck. I wonder if
or it's going to be so big, or it's going to, you know what I mean? Like it's there's no way Sludge can win.
I'm telling you right now, Sludge is going to disappoint a lot because unless that fucking beast mode's the same height as Generations Metroplex, you're not going to be happy with it.
Right. It's like some people are going to be upset if the dinosaur's too small. Some people will be upset if he's too big. It's the one that's impossible to win. It's impossible to please everybody. But the rest of them,
I'm just worried about the neck. I mean, how?
Well, I'll tell you what. How about we worry about it when they release fucking cock-teasing drawings like this one here.
Right.
And we'll move on to a better
Wait. One thing I want to point out with this drawing that I think is weird. Did anybody notice how one hand has what looks like a pin going through it for finger articulation and the other one doesn't? If either, like, design drawing?
It's quality control for the design.
Is it just like, I just missed it, or... his one hand is not really good to move.
So you have dishonored the
This has absolutely nothing to do with the toy, and somebody just drew a picture of Slag and like, let's do him next.
Yeah, but that's possible too. I mean, like, it is pretty damn detailed, so
yeah.
You never know.
Start rocking up your drawing. It's a garbage. So moving on to Fans Toys, a company that has basically bitch-slapped a lot of the other third-party companies with their release of Masterpiece Shockwave. Also known as what I call a $1,000 masterpiece figure. They have released a pre-order for the fourth quarter of 2014 for Sever, part of their Diebots line, number 3, also known as FT-06. And he looks cool.
Yeah. He it's Fan Toys, and I don't know. I'm gonna look real quick though for Fans Toys Scoria, and there's something I might want to point out. The legs on Slag, I'm gonna get it all fucked up. The legs on the Giga-powered Slag. Oh, disregard.
Copy that. All right.
As we were. They both look good. But yeah, this Snarl is it's good. I'd like for them to maybe do a little less drawing and a little bit more production.
Yep.
But it's good.
I would also like to see him, maybe next to it, if you're going to do some drawings of the ones you're releasing.
You know what? Just draw Scoria.
Draw me the scale. I want to know what it's going to look like.
Yeah, here you go. Like, I work for Fans Toys, and it's like, we keep pushing this back. What are we going to do? It's like, I got an idea. With every Scoria they pre-ordered, they get a free 8.5 by 11 frame drawing of Scoria that is currently being drawn in a factory line by our children. I mean, the workers. Because,
Brilliant.
Give me a fucking Guinness.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this Snarl there, Greg?
Yeah. I already answered with the last one. I mean, they all look fine to me. Just whichever one looks better.
So let's just move on.
Let's just move on to something that doesn't look better. Mega Drive Megatron. I was excited for this at first until A, I saw its price tag, and B, it's essentially a deluxe class fucking figure. No. I get it. This is for the Japanese kids that grew up with Mega Drive. That's awesome. Didn't have wasn't really into video games when I was growing up, man. Maybe when I was 14, but this doesn't do it for me. It's ugly, it's unnecessary, unneeded, and I'm supposed to believe a USB drive isn't really, in fact, his fucking canon. That's stupid. Thoughts?
I don't like this at all.
I don't
It's
either.
supposed to be Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
I don't care for this. I don't care for this one bit. I'd much rather them focus their efforts on something more worthwhile. But the moment that I think that they've produced the last piece of unworthwhile shit, then I'll read 1,000 comments where people are just in love with it. So obviously, I don't know what people want when it comes to Transformers.
Well, the way I look at it is that this was a really neat, oddity for $40, maybe.
Yes.
But then
not
you go
120.
I'm like, no,
what?
Yeah, and
For something that-
it's it's not gonna come here because the real gear freaking failed horribly. So,
oh Lord.
yeah.
The what?
Hey, let's ask someone who's probably who probably is still wearing his Real Gear clocker watch there. Hey, Deluxe, what do you think of this?
Pre-ordered.
That's
shitty. I mean, I never had the blaster, the hub, and everything. I know where they're going for, the old school shit and everything with the 30th anniversary. No, yeah, $40, still wouldn't get it, but $120, fuck no.
All right, you know how I can save this for $120? This thing better plug into my television and let me play some Sega Genesis. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
That would be pretty fucking.
If I can play some fucking
that would be
whatever.
Coolest novelty licensed Transformer thing you could ever own.
Yeah,
I got a Megatron. Who gives a shit? Also plays NBA Jams. You're on, bro.
If I could play Sonic the Hedgehog right from the get-go, I would buy it. Unless
If
I
I
can't
could
play
plug
Sonic.
in my Game Genie and then my Sonic and Knuckles game on top of the Game Genie with my fucking Sonic and Sonic 2 game on top of that, we're talking stack power here. And I can play it on Megatron knowing that perhaps I run a risk of him gaining sentience and attempting to take over the world. Fucking pre-ordered. But until then, I'm going to have to pass.
And there are people that are fucking loving this shit, man. I
See
mean,
the episode of Family Guy where Stewie was like, "You got money for fake mustaches," when Brian owed him a bunch of money.
oh yeah,
Like, fake mustache. Where's my money?
This is how I feel walking into Takara and be like, "You got time to make fucking Sega Genesis Megatrons, huh? Where the fuck is my masterpiece Megatron? Where is it?"
Yeah, I see how you like making this piece of shit Mega Drive Megatron. Where's my masterpiece Megatron with the orange tip, you son of a bitch? Oh no, please, Mr. Stewie, that hurt me. I hurt you rang. Shut up, whore. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Give me my money, piece of shit.
Yeah, this is a waste of time and waste of money.
If you like this, that's fucking cool. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. Look at the fists, and you're going to tell me that's fucking Megatron. I'm looking at you and tell you, this looks like something I could buy at a flea market that plays 120 old school 8-bit games. Just saying.
You will find this at the flea market, too, probably.
Oh, this I got to hear. Justin and Greg, your final thoughts.
Fuck this piece of shit.
Yep.
There you go.
There we go.
But what I like to look at, and it kind of makes me a little hungry, is this Brick Bear Optimus Prime. It looks like a gummy bear with articulation.
I had to leave this in because this is just more examples of nonsense.
I love how his head is going to be located right around the crotch. Because if you see it, his feet is the whole head of the bear.
Yeah.
So, yeah, his head is most definitely
Oh
the
my god.
crotch.
This Optimus Prime can suck his own dick.
Yep. Pretty much.
This is just pathetic. This is just
this Takara also?
Yeah.
This them
3
license.
inches tall. I just had to leave it in because I just want Transformer fans to be aware of what the Transformer property guardians are doing.
I just don't understand. How can you make all them perfect masterpieces? Not everyone perfect, but awesome masterpieces, and you come out with a fucking bear.
Yeah.
Or a mouse. Is it a mouse or a bear? What the fuck
Yeah,
is it?
I know the real reason why you posted this on the show notes there, Skullface, is because you want to pad out the fucking podcast and fail it.
You know, this is the type of thing that's going to show up on his channel. He's going to be like, I bought this for my daughter. I'm like, well, shit, you did.
It'll cut to him being spied on by Mrs. Skullface as he's sleeping with her going, who's my little buddy? Where's the honey in the tree, Winnie? I don't know, Mr. Skullface. Don't touch me there. And then he fucks it.
T-Formers is the only place carrying, I think, this news because I can't find it anywhere else.
So I think they're the only ones that give a shit.
I saw it on TFW at one point.
Oh, did you? I'm looking now. I can't find it.
Greg, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I like how there's this scoop with exclamation points. Like
I know.
Like, this is the big news. This is what the kids are going to be after.
This is going to rule your life forever. You're going to love Brick Bear Optimus Prime.
Rodman's Prime.
Smell like strawberry. No, not Rodimus Racist. Optimus Prime. It's a roll. So, wow.
Oh, here it is on TFW. Oh, let's see if anybody has it.
No one cares. Let's
Wait. Comments.
Read the first comment.
So that is the exclusive Blue Streak. I preferred the Diaclone repaint. Oh, that's unrelated.
Blue Streak. Yeah.
It's unrelated. Hold on. Give me. Nobody's talking about it.
Damn.
Yeah, because we were seeing some new scans from Figure King, which show off some cool stuff. Nobody's talking about the Prime.
You know what they're talking about on that thread? Fucking sports scores. They're like, did you guys see how many points were scored in the World Series Super Bowl when the San Francisco Rangers went up against the New England Magics and they scored a 3-point touchdown
For
home
the
run
Stanley Cup.
for the Stanley Super Bowl? Man, that was intense. And everyone's like, yeah, that was cool. We know about sports. No one gives a shit, and no one will. This is that's a waste of plastic.
What else is a waste of plastic?
The TNCC Transmutate. Because when I sat there and I said, you know what's going to complete my collection? A repaint of what looks like fucking first edition RC in Transmutate colors because she had a vehicle mode. But I guess this time you could actually pose Rampage and Transmutate fucking instead of having to pretend in your head. Because this is an absolute fucking waste of money. And I'm sorry, is that Voyager class or is that Deluxe class Prime Megatron mold?
That's
Deluxe.
supposed to be Voyager.
Is it really?
No, it's Deluxe.
Oh, is it Deluxe?
No, that's the Takara Deluxe.
Megatron?
Yeah, because it's right next to RC.
Okay. My
So
bad.
that's the Deluxe? That looks horrible.
I'm getting the red one because I already joined the thing. So, but I don't think I'm pre-ordering.
Well, I think you need to no longer join them ever again, and get your money back.
I'm having second thoughts.
This is looking horrendous, dude.
Just starting to have second thoughts, huh?
Yeah, just now.
Just now?
Yeah,
21
just
episodes in, you're just now getting second
Yeah.
thoughts?
That's a small ass head on that fucking Megatron.
Yes,
Damn.
it is. Yes,
Dude.
it is.
This is punch counter punch even worse.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
I have that one too, and that pissed me off right there with that small ass head.
If you
The
want to
fucking-
sell that, I'll totally buy it off you.
Where?
I'm
For
not.
IDW Thundercracker, so I can
No,
wave it in front of
IDW,
Bobby.
no, for Perfect Defect
Oh.
Warden.
Yeah, no, for a fucking Masterpiece Grimlock, totally not a one-sided trade. What a fuckface. But yeah, anyone buying this? No? Great.
Oh,
No.
Except for Deluxe, he's screwed. So,
I
hey,
have to buy it.
speaking of possible shit or good stuff, Age of Extinction figures coming down the line. You have Autobot Drift as a helicopter. You have the paint, or what I call
This is the stupidest thing ever.
Isn't it?
Fuck yeah. No, man, this is awesome.
and then you have what I call paint stripped Optimus Prime,
Yeah.
which
I guarantee you that is the core plastic, and it's
that is, dude. That is like the core colored plastic with a few paint apps. They're going, you know what? We kind of fucked up, and we made like 300 of these, Rick. Make them limited editions and put them on BTS. Make it happen.
This has
We'll
worked a
call it
1,000 times.
exclusives.
Don't ask me about it.
It'll be $79.99, and kids everywhere will trade them for Wardens from Perfect Effect. And then you got one I'm really kind of interested in is Dinobot Sludge, or in this case Slug. The fucking names are getting dumb.
I'm definitely getting Slug.
I'm really kind of interested in him. I may just purchase him because he looks really interesting.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I never.
end up getting it for Jaina. I know it.
I'll
All right,
probably
then.
get it just to support Sludge because poor guy never gets any toys.
Yeah,
So
there's always been a Slag or a fucking Swoop or a Grimlock. There's never been a Sludge. So I mean, it sounds like a kick-ass idea. A Brachiosaurus with what are those, lances? Whatever the fuck they're on.
Yeah,
They seem really interesting.
It's like a javelin, almost like knight kind of thing.
Can
which
I just
kinda fits
say,
the motif and
I hate how all these weapons just sit on these guys. It's just so dumb.
I hate how they're Drift is a car in the movie, right?
Yeah,
Well-
but he scans another alt mode later on the film because
Yeah, someone was saying they scanned
because of
another
Wizard.
thing.
Oh, okay.
But,
well, if that's
hey-
the case, then I'm a little bit more okay with it. But if they're just like, you know what, we still got this mold laying around.
I bet you that is the case. They're just like, hey, we expect Drift to be popular,
Right.
let's get a Voyager version of him. Same reason we're getting a Voyager B at some point in time.
Well, the
Yeah.
rumor is that Drift is going to be a Decepticon and change into an Autobot.
Oh, it's just like in the comics?
Yeah, that's the rumor. Is that it's that either A, it's going to happen in the movie, or B, it will already have been established that he used to
Look,
be a
here's my
Decepticon.
final opinion. I'm a guy that's all for bots with swords, okay? This Drift swords look fucking retarded. And that's what Drift's most known for, is his fucking, dual sword wielding badass motherfucker. You make him a helicopter with propellers that fold around his fucking midsection that looks stupid. Then his swords, which you apparently pose for promotional purposes, have them joined so they look like, I don't know, like a knockoff version of the Voltron sword. It looks ridiculous. This didn't need to be made. You know?
I have a feeling that this whole wave is the shit not in the movie wave.
I think so too. I think it's just filling out a price point, and that's going to be it. And like I saw somewhere, I don't know if it was on our page or somewhere else, but someone posted like, "Oh yeah, drift," because helicopters do the whole drifting around corners thing.
Yeah.
Based on what his name is. But and the other thing is, like, if this is the wave of things that aren't gonna be in the movies, like, why not do, like, I like this mold, why not do something cooler with it? Like, this could have been a cool, like, kind of a movie-esque rotor storm in the same colors with a pink cockpit, you know?
Yep. But that make, why that's not going to happen? Because it makes too much sense.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I think Slot's going to be in the movie. Why wouldn't he be in the movie? I think all the Dinobots are going to be in.
Man, I don't think all the Dinobots, all 7 of those fuckers are not going to be in the film, dude.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think you're just going to get the fucking 3 we just picked up in retail. That's it.
Nah,
Grimlock,
I think
fucking.
they'll put 5.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. Negro, I do not know. Okay, it's not going to fly that way.
To be honest with you, I'm a little worried that you're only see Grimlock. If it wasn't for like Marky Mark and them saying Dinobots in plural, I would think it was only Grimlock.
Oh no, it's gonna be Grimlock and fucking Swoop. I'm sorry, Strife, because that.
Oh yeah.
No, they're gonna be 5. There'll be 5.
Yeah, Greg, thoughts? Contribute.
I'm just letting you talk. I think the drift's stupid. I mean, the only thing I'm gonna buy for this whole line anyway is the Dinobot. So I'm definitely in for the slug, but not the drift.
Yeah, I know I'm going to end up getting my kid this Dinobot, and that's fine. I'm willing to take that charge. I'm partially responsible for her getting into this fucking shit, but I'm not going to enjoy it.
I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna get Silver Knight Optimus Prime.
Well, yeah, that Optimus even looks more like a freaking knockoff. Like, this looks exactly like you would see.
This looks like those huge, like 14-inch vinyl figures they make, for like $9.99.
Yeah.
That Greg bought one, twisted the head off. There was no shampoo in it.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Go ahead. It's fine.
We're just gonna move on. Other stuff. Optimus Prime 2-pack. I'm gonna go on record. I'm kind of okay with this for anyone who's not crazy about paying out the ass for a fucking loose classic on eBay. I mean, this Evolution pack actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
You could always repaint that evasion mode, but at least that cab looks like it's those windows actually look like windows, not like part of a window with a big red block there.
Yeah, I mean, I get this for people that don't have the Voyager. I don't have the Voyager, but I don't want it. But for people that want the Voyager, the old Voyager, Optimus Prime, and don't want to pay the fucking eBay price, like, cool.
Yep, I agree. I hope he keeps the chrome too, because I think that's a good add-on from the Henkei version.
Yep, and I think it's all right. I think it's better than that fucking Optimus Grimlock 2-pack with the hot pants.
Yep.
Yeah.
Greg, what are your thoughts? Greg?
Well, while Greg is MIA, one thing that I'm actually surprised about is that they didn't give the Classics Optimus that stupid-ass flame deco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one color he hasn't had yet is that flame deco.
And they just did that to the fucking evasion mode truck. Let's ask Matthew, what's your thoughts on this, buddy? Because you're Mr. Hasbro.
Hot pants.
I'm kidding.
I like it. Like I said, it's good if if anybody can't get the classic, Optimus Prime, because I think it is a great mold. I'll probably pick this up too. So just because I like Optimus Prime. So yeah, good move.
I mean, are you back, Greg?
Well, I was actually choking on something, and that's why I didn't say a whole lot before. I was
Dick.
trying to mute my phone. Yeah, I was choking on.
I'm totally dying. She called for help, but let me mute my Skype. I'm so confused.
Yeah, sorry. I like this actually, and the only reason I think I like it is because I've been trying to find a version of that Evasion Optimus Prime mold that I would buy. And I'm not saying this is the one, but I don't know. I like it. And then everything everybody said about the Classics Prime and not having to pay eBay price. I mean, that would make this a solid purchase. I mean, if I was into such things, which I'm not, but sorry, it's good to be alive and be able to breathe again.
I just find it funny, like the Classics Optimus Prime doesn't have a smokestacks gun. He's just got that wind vane. If you notice that, yeah. But in the packaging, he has it, but it's not attached to his vehicle mode. Weird.
Matt, you have the Voyager Optimus, right?
The one's out right now, or the classics.
The classic.
Oh, I traded it for Beast Hunter figures.
I got a couple molds of it. I got that one in the Henkei, and I got the BotCon.
And you have the Evasion Mode Optimus too, right?
Yeah.
So why are you buying this?
Because that's how I roll. I keep it in package.
It's thug life. That's why I don't question me, mother.
I don't know. I may not get it. I mean, it just matters. It matters what the price is. I mean, if it's.
I mean, is that really your answer though? Is just cause? Like,
yeah.
I'm just asking.
I buy Transformers. I love Transformers. I mean, just because I have it doesn't mean.
I buy Transformers too, but I don't like. I just bought. Let's say I just fucking bought, Year of the Horse Optimus. I don't need to go buy another Year of the Horse Optimus.
Well, no, this is a different color though. It has shiny stuff on it.
Oh, it's okay. He's going through Malibu Stacy effect. That has a new hat, so he's going fucking apeshit over it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going apeshit over. I'm not going to. I'm not going to go to 13 stores looking for this thing. If I pass by at Toys R Us or something and there's nothing else to buy, I may pick it up and I may not. I mean, it just matters. But it is a different color scheme. So.
Go ahead, Greg. You were going to say.
I was just going to say it's just like Seekers. How many fucking Seekers do we have? Matt can have all the classic Optimus Prime 2-1.
Clearly not enough.
But I don't have multiple molds of one character Seeker.
We just got 6.
Not yet.
We got 3.
Not yet.
When do you get those Raptors?
Yeah.
Well, no, it'll come down to when they do an American MP11. That's when I'll get one.
Yeah.
But
then I'll get rid of my other one.
The next topic is something that's been like really hot for the collector's table for a while now is scalping. Greg and I did my 2 cents segment last week regarding this issue. Apparently, it's gotten really fucking bad.
Yeah.
The Grimlocks were basically being released last week on to Toys R Us's everywhere. Not everywhere, but some Toys R Us's for at the price of $59.99. So you got douchebags there clearing out stores and then flipping them for $150, which blows my mind that people paid that price for it. Which,
agreed.
If in my position, I never owned the Masterpiece figure ever, but I'll just say, just to give my stance on this real quick, and I'll let you guys go at it. I never owned this figure, but if I'm willing to pay $150 for a re-release of a Hasbro edition Masterpiece, why won't I? If I got money like that to shell out, why not shell out an extra $50 to get the Takara one from TF Source for $200, rather than sit there and shell out $150? Because you know what? I don't have the time to go running out to every Toys R Us and get there right when they fucking open, because I'm not sure what days they get trucks or not, because it's all different according to management. I don't know that. I don't have time to stand there and wait outside of a store, with all due respect to my friends like John Long, who recently did that, and he was bummed out. He didn't get anything. But at the same time, dude, I'm not going to get into it with a fucking dude that wants to flip a quick buck on someone dumb enough to pay something that's $59.99, and now their prices have hiked even up to like $79.99.
Well, that's the word. Is it and that it might even go up to $92.
Yeah, and there's been photographic evidence from collectors that have bought theirs for $79.99 where they posted their receipts. Right. There's even been, I think, probably the people with the biggest set of brass balls that have bought it for claiming over $100, saying that it'd be a worthy trade for a Perfect Effect Warden.
Yeah,
our running gag. But I couldn't help but want to go ahead and just troll that piece of garbage out of that fucking thread to the point where he deleted his post.
Well, here's the thing that I ask, because let's have a, this is a scalping discussion. So let's let's set the rules and parameters. What is scalping?
Scalping, in my experience, has always been you buy something for a set price. Normally, 9 times out of 10, it's something that's really, really popular, i.e., Masterpiece Grimlock. You buy it for $59.99. You go out of your way to clear out, let's say, 2 to 3 Toys R Us stores of their stock of MP Grimlocks. Instead of selling them for cost back, you want to make profit because, hey, you just spent like 2 hours of your day driving between these stores and, I don't know, fucking 5 tanks of gas if you have a piece of shit fucking car or truck, SUV, whatever.
Right.
So instead of selling them for cost, you want to make your money back and then some so that way you have a better experience. So why $59.99? Why not $100? Why not $125.99? And basically if the way my experience with scalpers back in New Jersey, for example, going to a Mets game was, oh, you want, behind the catcher seats, over there in Shea Stadium? Well, they're sold out, but that guy over there's got a few tickets. Oh, they're like $70. Let's get them from him. Oh, he wants 140 right now.
Okay, so, but here's my thing. Are we all agreeing that scalping refers to shit that should be on shelves or on pegs? Like we're not talking.
I think to an extent, yeah. I think
To an extent,
like
in this case,
75% of that, I would say,
Okay.
yeah.
In this case, yes.
Okay, I'm
But-
good with that as well because I do feel like if you got something that's out of production and you're trying to and you're like, fuck it, man, it's out of production. You either get it from me or you don't get it at all.
Yeah.
Well then, okay, that's business.
Well, here's my other stance on scalping, and I've said it to people, and me and certain individuals have come to agree to disagree. But if you own your own store, online or brick and mortar, whatever the case may be, and you order this product, let's say you order the fucking Age of Extinction Leader class Grimlocks, they're gonna be hot, they're gonna be burning off. So Toys R Us sells them for $45, but they can't keep enough in stock. Your online or brick and mortar store has them in stock. You got 20 when all the Toys R Us's and Walmarts in your area are barren, no one has them. You have like 20 of them in your store. And instead of selling them at $45, which is the MSRP, you went and you bought them from Hasbro for your store. And you sell them for $75 to $100, $120, whatever the case may be. I'm okay with that. That's your store, dude. You bought that inventory for your sake. But when you go out of your fucking way and you clear out the store, ruin the stores around your area to ruin anyone's chances of fucking getting this stuff, that's when I think it's fucking, it becomes like a really low, I find it unethical, and I'm talking about toys, which I think is funny. It's a very low, unethical thing to do. And that's why, like, when I tell people, hey, look, yeah, he could do whatever he wants and people don't need to buy it off him, but you can't pull a stunt like this and expect not to get shit from anybody about it.
Right. But what's the acceptable markup, do you think?
I would say, look, I would basically say this. You paid $60 for one. You bought all 5. Let's say Toys R Us gets 6 in stock. You buy all 6 of them. Okay, you don't want to sell them for price plus shipping, dude, unless you're a really, really nice guy or a bro, a term certain people like to use over. No, you want to go ahead and be compensated because you woke up early, you drove out there,
Exactly.
You wasted your gas to get it. So
Sure.
You know what? Here's an adequate markup, right? It's $60. Let's say 67 after taxes. Okay, so you're gonna round that off to 70. An acceptable price would be, in my opinion, between $85 and $90 shipped. That's shipped. You could get at least your fucking.
Because wait a minute, if it's $70.
It's
Right.
$70, right? Okay.
So
the average tank
how
of
much is
gas.
it going to cost to ship it? Probably $10.
It's gonna be like $15 to ship a
Yeah, it's
MP
gonna be like
Grimlock.
Well, I guess it depends on location. You would have to the price would be adjusted according to location. If you ship through priority and use your own box, or you choose to use a flat rate box, which I doubt that fucking big thing's gonna fit in a USPS.
Yeah, I don't think it'll fit in a flat rate, but I think that, like,
So, and
regardless.
judging by weight and in distance, that's got to be. I can't give you a final figure then, but I think.
See, because I feel like if this is a $60, if it's a $60 toy,
Yeah.
I feel like 100 shipped is fair. That's accounting for taxes on your end, taking it up
Yeah.
to 70. It's accounting for $10, let's say, roundabout shipping. That's $20. I think that's fair.
I would say that's good, but 150, dude, is just
Yeah, 150
astronomical.
is extreme. We're talking about more than double the cost. And I saw the same thing. I think that it hurts more because it's such a pricey unit to begin with. But I saw the same thing with fucking Black Widow a couple months ago. Where Black Widow's a $20 figure, and you couldn't even fucking find one for less than $45.
Yep.
Without shipping. But it's like, I didn't see as much uproar about that, I think, because even that total is less than this market price.
Yeah.
I think that 150 is ridiculous. I think when you start talking about double the price of something that's still available in retail, that it's ridiculous. But at the same time, it's like I have mixed feelings because I'm like, fuck, man, like, okay, like, I mean, yeah, that was. Here's the thing: I don't think that it's wrong. I don't think that it's like a wrong thing to do necessarily, but I think it's fucking morally wrong.
I agree. I think it is. And not to comment just on scalping, but I'm just on certain like posts I've seen alone of guys sitting there going, "Oh, I bought this thing and I own a Takara. The paint scheme's inferior, and so I'm putting this bitch back in its box and sealing it up. It's never going to see the light of day again. I'm so disappointed with this." You know what? Fucking sell it. Make someone's day.
Yeah.
But those people, these are the guys that piss me the fuck off. But you got fortunate, sell it. Make someone's fucking day. Sell it for cost plus shipping, dude. Make someone's day. Attack on $10 to get your money back in gas at least. Yeah. But it's not gonna fucking happen because it makes too much fucking sense.
Whenever I've been involved in, trying to help someone out with something like this, I've always done like, it'll be the cost, like what it cost me, plus, the actual shipping, and maybe like $5 for the trouble. You know?
Finder's fee, yeah.
But it's everybody wants the deal on the buying side. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right,
but there's got to be there's got to be some give and take, which is why I feel like $20. I feel like $20 profit after all is said and done is fair.
Yeah.
Because all the other motherfucker had to do was, is check Facebook. Yep. Oh yeah, I want that. And then I'll open up my PayPal app, and then I'll type those numbers in, and boom, done. Everything's done on my end. Where the other guy, I mean, he had to get up, he had to go out to the store, he had to find it, he had to hunt down this one, he had to put some money out on his end. He takes it, now he's got to get a box, got to put it in the box, got to go to the post office, got to ship it. I'm not saying it's not like you had to put a roof on a house, but it's not for nothing.
Right. Yes, but on the other hand, he also didn't have to do that either, because I'm sure there's collectors in his area probably looking for the same thing. Sure. So, generally, the people going out to do this, that are looking for this, any type of thing over, like, a few bucks just for the trouble, they're doing it strictly to try to make a profit on it. When someone's going and clearing out, like, 4 or 5, or, like, the whole stock, that's different to me. Now, if I went and I saw them, and maybe I picked up 2, one for me, and I said, hey, I got one for someone else, you can't find it. I'm not trying to make a profit on every one that Toys R Us got in stock.
Right.
Yeah, genuinely, there's a difference between trying to help people out and, get a $1 or $2 to go freaking eat lunch from your experience out there or whatever, versus, trying to just rip everyone off just because you can.
Right, I personally don't know if $20 is a ripoff, though.
To me, it would be. I mean, that's just me personally. Like I said, I'd be willing to do it for, someone, especially if it's someone who's generally nice. Like, the karma, what goes around comes around.
Sure.
I'll give it to you for, cost plus shipping. I don't give a crap about the couple dollars of gas I may have had to spend for the shipping and going to Toys R Us, whatever. My life doesn't revolve around that. So.
Well, that's another thing, is that I'm just kind of just playing devil's advocate, because for me, if something's in retail, I'm waiting. I'm only going to pay $5 over retail, period, ever. You know what I mean? That's my take on it. Like, I just ignore the post. Like, oh, it's, Grimlock for $2 billion. And, yep, scroll. Or, or I'll look at the picture and be like, Grimlock, $2 billion. And then I'll see 30,000 comments. And I'm like, oh, they've already got to him. Scroll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
Greg Sullivan and Oscar Alonso have commented on it.
Right. But, like, the thing is that, like, it's like, I see both sides to it. Because like there's even people in the groups that are the so-called good guys that have fucked me before, on price shit, and when I didn't know better. So like the thing is like everybody's an asshole when it's the person that needs it, but when you don't need it, there's a huge double standard in it. So like, my question is like, can we put parameters on this shit? It's a 25% markup. Is that okay? Is 10% okay? 5% okay? Do you have to sell it at cost? At what point are you not a scalper?
Now, here's another question I have to go with that. At what time frame after you've purchased it are you no longer a scalper? Like, if I were to turn around and sell my Masterpiece Grimlock just prior to when this was released, he's worth like $250 or something like that. So if I sold him for $250, am I a scalper? Just because that's what he's worth?
I don't think so.
Yeah. In that case, I don't think so either. But I've had that happen where it's like, you put something up, like, you're a scalper. I'm like, just trying to sell parts of my collection.
Yeah, in my opinion, if that shit is out of production, the market is what the market is.
Yeah, exactly.
Greg, I know you have got 2 cents on this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you know how I am. I spend way too much of my time getting shit for people, and I don't ever charge anything. I mean, every once in a while, there's asshole tax, because there's some people that are just assholes. And that's just the way it is. Like, when people get I understand the whole, well, maybe $5 extra for time or whatever, and gas, but if you were at Toys R Us, and you saw 2 of these, and you picked one up and said, you know what, this is for me. Oh, I'll get another one just in case somebody needs it. Excuse me. Well, then your fucking reward was getting the first one that you went to go fucking buy in the first place, because you didn't go out of your way. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way I look at it. Like, I very rarely go out of my way. Like, if I walk next door to Toys R Us, well, it's something to do on my lunch break. I don't usually drive all over town looking for a figure for somebody. God damn, I'm still trying to recover from joking earlier. That shit fucks you up. Little things, too. It hurts. But yeah, these motherfuckers, like, you didn't have to buy it. Like, the people that go and they're like, they buy everyone they have and they turn around and put them on. You didn't have to do that. And Justin said earlier, why don't you just leave them there for the next person to come along?
Right.
Well, a fucking scalper would have got them. Then what the fuck are you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my question is, are they a scalper for asking for, a tax?
The ones
Yes,
that
they
get
shouldn't
called
have
out
fucking done it.
absolutely are, yeah.
Yeah, they
So
should
whether
have.
or not it's $2 or $100, that they're scalping.
If you're going out to fucking buy something and your whole purpose of going and buying it is to buy every one you can find so you can turn around and sell it for a profit, then yeah. If you were so concerned about people getting them, you should have just left them on the fucking shelf.
Well, see, to me, it's like a service. See,
Well,
I see it as a service. Like, it's like if you bought like a Takara, if you bought like a Hasbro Masterpiece from Big Bad Toy Store or TF Source, you're going to pay more than you would at retail because you're paying for their
fucking
service.
scalpers too.
See, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's the case.
I do. Look at these. Look at both of them. They'll get a case of figures, and say like say it's Black Widow of Transformers, and so it's like you got two, and then you got the one. Well,
Right.
that 2 and 2 and 2 will be $15. Then the one will be like $28.
Right.
So yeah, they fucking do it too. And I mean, that's why I try to order shit. If I'm going to order something that's like import, then I'm going to try to import it myself because it'll be cheaper. You know what I mean? I don't have to deal with that.
Right.
It's one thing to charge like you get them from your distributor because they're not getting them for cost. They're getting them still less than retail from where they're getting them. So it's still less than Japanese retail. So even bumping it up to retail, that's them making the profit. And then anything above that, that's when you're like, well, okay, so maybe an extra $5 or $6 for this. But when you go to doubling the price, then that's when it starts getting kind of.
Well, see, I agree with you, and like I do think that there's I think that in my mind, when you start getting over the $50 price range. I think like 0 to 50. And this is like I have nothing to base this off of. Okay, it's just my own like what seems right to me. 0 to 50, $10 finding fee. 50 to 100, $20 finding fee, and probably everything over $100, $25 finding fee. Because I don't know. I hear both sides, but like I think everybody's guilty I think everybody that trades and sells and buys, constantly.
Look, I'll put it to you like this, man. I was talking to a friend here where I live at who was just starting to get into collecting Transformers, and and basically he's bumping into the proverbial, well, it's worth this much on eBay wall. Okay, when it comes to just to doing fucking trades.
Huh?
Okay, and I want to stress this out a lot. I want to stress this out like immensely. eBay is not the definitive fucking price guide on anything.
Leaking.
eBay is an auction site. You pay what you think this item is worth. If you get outbid for it, if you really want it, you're going to pay a little bit more than what you thought it would be worth. So this whole ordeal of saying, well, it goes for like 30, 35 on eBay, so I'll trade you this for this, which will be an equal dollar. No, dude, that's not how trading works. That's never how trading works. Like if you needed one thing, if I had fucking, let's say Greg got, immensely hammered one night. It was like, I want those full Cybertron Seekers, bro. And I'm like, well, I kind of want that, for the sake of arguments, a running gag on tonight's episode, a Perfect Effect Warden. Okay? I'm like, well, they're each worth about $30 on eBay. That's 90, and Warden retails just for like 150. I think we got a pretty solid trade here. That Greg's just gonna be like, no, fuck that, man. I checked on eBay. Some of those listings go for like $20-25. That's the type of wall you bump into for shit like this for scalpers, dude. And it really and I kind of want to stress this out. I don't think anyone deserves harassment of any kind. I really fucking don't. I think there's a way to approach a situation. And in particular to this one, I think, the way I handled the guy was, hey, I think what you're doing is really low and you make the rest of the fandom look bad. And like I stated in the 2 cents, his reply was, well, how about you go fuck yourself? Okay? No, I don't think people deserve to be harassed for this shit. But when you have the balls to post something at such an outlandish price, which is my definition of scalping, it's $60 in retail stores, you're charging $150. You got extra $50 right there you want recouped. You instantly want fucking profit. You didn't order it from you didn't order that shit from Hasbro. You went out of your way to pick the shit up and clear out store shelves so you could turn around and flip it.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement that TFW situation is blatant scalping.
Which for once the moderators stepped in and was like, no, fuck this. This thread's closed. You know what? Go over here where people are looking to get them at cost. Don't do business with him. That's basically what that moderator did. And shout out, what was his name? Soul Fury. Shout outs to him because he fucking stepped up and shut him down. But somehow he sold them all, which proves to me that the old cliche is right. A sucker's born every minute.
Yep.
To also kind of add to it there, Bobby, one thing that kind of strikes me also is anyone who's buying multiples like that and then claiming like, well, each one cost me this much in gas. Like, no, it didn't. Not if you bought the whole stock,
Yeah, well, no, his situation is unique. I've never heard of anybody that went around and covered a whole proper city. You know what I mean? Like a Baltimore, like a metropolitan city, and got them all. That's crazy. And then charge more than 100% markup on them. That I don't think anybody is arguing whether or not that's scalping.
Oh, there were a couple people that were fucking arguing.
No, I mean on this podcast.
Oh yeah, but I mean you still get people who go to their one Toys R Us and they're like, I got all 5 of them that they had there. Now I want this because this cost me gas and time. Well, that's crazy. No.
Yeah, well, I mean, see, to me, if the price is reasonable, if the markup is reasonable, then, hey, it's. I mean, it's not the way that I do business. To be honest with you, I don't even have the kind of money to buy a whole shelf of Masterpiece Grimlocks at one clip. You know what I mean? But I don't feel as though.
You would if you knew that you were going to get the money back real quick. I'm just saying.
No. I mean, I literally don't have it. I don't have that much liquid. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have a credit card?
Well, I mean, I have a credit card, but
no, Justin. Not all of us have a black American Express like you. All right?
I have a credit card, but what I'm saying is that I don't put purchases like that on my credit card and whatever. I have my own way of doing business, but I don't have that kind of fucking.
Yeah, but if you knew you could make $50 a shot off of them and you could get 6 of them. you probably could throw them on your credit card and pay them immediately off with your PayPal funds that you just got. And hey, look, you just walked away with $200.
Right, but my point is that I just don't fucking buy. I don't buy that much shit.
Because you're not a scalper. That's why.
No, that's not why.
It is why.
No, it's not why. The reason why, I mean,
You're not scalpers.
I also am not a scalper, but the reason why is because I don't want to be bothered with all that shit. I literally don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered with going to the fucking post office. I don't want to be bothered with getting boxes. I don't want to be bothered. I don't have the time. I got my shit. I'm good. If somebody, like one of my close friends needs something, that's one thing. Like, I am looking for a Masterpiece Grimlock for Oscar, period. But, like, outside of that, like, I don't have, like, I'm not interested in that. It's just not my thing. But I don't necessarily think that it's, like, if somebody, like, if, let's say, what the fuck did I really want that I couldn't get? I don't know. It's been so long, but, like, you know, because most of the shit I pre-ordered.
That one guy that turns into a car, he looked really sweet.
I really wanted a Soundwave. I wanted an MP Soundwave, the Takara one, when they first came out. I pre-ordered with TF Source, and they pre-ordered more than they were fucking getting, so that they could secure their second shipment, which didn't come for like another 8 to 12 months. I really fucking wanted that. And if somebody would have got it, and let's say that was $180, so by my thing, and they were like, hey man, you know, $180 plus my 25 finder's fee plus shipping, yeah, worth it to me. Thanks, you know, good. I'm okay with that. Like, to me, like, I don't need to get it. Everybody's time is worth something. I don't give a fuck what they're doing. I don't need to fucking get it at cost. You know, you don't owe me shit. I don't expect for you to do anything for me. Yeah. You know, these people, I feel like these people, is fucking, I feel like a lot of it comes down to fucking entitlement. No, I deserve it. I deserve it at cost. No, you fucking don't. Go out there and get some then. Go out there and be there at 10 o'clock.
That's another thing I was going to get at. See, one guy sat there and stated, I think he was part of another podcast. The name escapes me at the moment, but he sat there and said, well, get with the early bird program. Be there right when you open your doors. I replied to him, well, you know what? A lot of us work really weird hours. We can't afford to sit there, stop what we're doing to go drive to a fucking Toys R Us and hang out when it opens. You understand?
I don't work weird hours, and I can't be at a Toys R Us at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
you
or
know?
10, whatever. Well, you see what I'm getting. A lot of people can't fucking do that. You know, and that guy was quick to take back his comment. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I understand. I work wonky hours also. I'm like, so you can't say some shit like that. Some of these people are quote-unquote professional eBayers. We've seen how they behave. You know, I think Greg can attest to that more than anybody. You know, and we see how they sit there and it's their, you know, they try to sit there, use some bullshit excuse like, oh, that's my bread and butter. That's how I make my money. But I want to sit there and say, I'm sorry, but that's not enough. That's not enough to justify some absurd price tag on something I really want.
I agree, but I also don't think that just because people can't get to the store when it opens, that they're therefore entitled to get it at cost. It's part of the game, and it sucks. But the thing is that you make friends within the community, you make friends within the groups, you make friends here, you make friends there, you do unto others, and it pays back to you. Like, if I find a Masterpiece Grimlock, I'm going to pick it up, and you pay for the fucking Masterpiece Grimlock, pay for what it costs for me to ship it to you, and it's in the mail, done deal. You know, because we have established a relationship through this thing of ours, right? But Joe Schmo in Idaho, he doesn't know you anything. He doesn't know me anything.
Well, I think the biggest problem with your scalpers ends up coming down to the people who are willing to pay for their stuff. I mean, agree. They do it because there's people who are willing to pay. And if you are, you're freaking stupid. I'm sorry.
Exactly. That I agree with.
I just
yeah, go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
Yeah, Matt. Sorry.
I know y'all forgot about me. I mean, I'm going to be probably the butthole of this, you know, and just, you know, Transformer fans are, you know, a lot of get butt hurt and everything. And I got it with Greg, you know, and everything. And Oscar, you know, I'm looking for you also.
Appreciate it.
It's, you know, it's not all about collecting to some people. It's a business, you know, and it's just not, you know, just not Transformers, you know, it's any other collectibles. Some people just look at it as money. They don't see you as a collectible. They don't want to see you as a bro. They don't want to see any of that. All they see is the dollars, you know, the dollar signs. And money will make people do stupid shit. Y'all know that. And that's just, you know, my side is that, you know, I know the guy that y'all are talking about. And, I did tell him it was a dick move. And it was. But he's also hooked me up a lot of times. And, and he's really a good friend. And, I know he's, rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and I've been talking to him since, and he said, fuck it, I had them, I had a chance to get them, I'm going to sell them, people are going to buy them, like I said. But he is a collector, and I told him he did it, like I said, he did a dick move. But, like I said, he's hooked me up a lot of times, and he's hooked up a lot of people around this area a lot. He runs a lot of he does run, like, the Little Rock Comic Con that I'm going to in about 2 weeks. He runs that kind of stuff and everything, and he does help a lot of people. A lot of people, threaten him and everything, and that was really stupid. You don't really threaten anybody over a stupid toy. If you don't like it, just don't buy it. Don't threaten him, and put up its address and all that shit. That was really fucking childish. Yeah. But, like I said, it's just, you can't win with either side. If you agree with one side, then you can't, agree with the other side. It's a shaky little, scalping is scalping. I don't like it. I don't really have a lot around here. He's the only one that usually gets a lot of stuff. But, like I said, he does hook me up with a lot of stuff also. So that's all I just want to say about that.
I think if the guy that wanted his phone number and shit up on the internet, he shouldn't have had it where you could Google it. You shouldn't scalp. You
can Google anybody.
You shouldn't scalp from the username. Like, I wouldn't. Like, if I was out scalping on TFW, I wouldn't use my fucking name and address as my my user number.
I told him he did a dick move. It was a dick move because I was wanting to pick up one just for myself. But now I really don't care if I got the Takara one. I don't care if I get one or not. But like I said, I will hook. If I do find one, I will get it for Oscar. Immediately.
But I would say that was one of our better discussions.
Yeah.
Well, you just can't win. I mean, you can either say, like I said, it's either for a business and people want to do it, and, you're looking at the collector side too. But there are a lot of butthurt people out there. Like you said, like Bobby said, prime example right there, you don't owe anybody shit. I mean, like I said, I will look for any of y'all, I will go around my town and look for anything for y'all at any time, I can. But like, some guy in Idaho, I don't give a fuck what he wants. I mean, he's going to pay what I want him to pay.
Exactly.
That's just plain simple.
There's
if I don't like his price, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, you go to the next person.
You know what? Certain people have replied with, you know what? Don't buy anything. They'll just sit on his floor, collect dust, and he'll have to drop the price on them. That isn't necessarily the case, dude. There's still people out there fucking selling, a good example, the Fallen Cybertron Voyager Grimlocks for $65, $70 because it's mint and sealed box. Or they use some lame ass thing like, really rare purple Transformer Jet Skyward from the Cybertron line. It's not really rare. A lot of people are selling that shit for $7, but this guy thinks he's entitled to get it for $30. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in the end, dude, scalpers are always going to be there. The best way to combat them, honestly, it's just don't buy from them.
Exactly.
Right.
But I will tell you this,
though.
If I see someone trying to sucker someone else out of a trade by using that particular fucking figure for something that's worth more than what they're looking for and is of better quality, then I'm going to call a dog on him for it. I'm not going to be like, I'm going to dock drop you, bro, and let out your, all your private info. No, I'm going to fuck with him and let him know, like, dude, that's a one-sided trade, and you're just out to rip people off. You're essentially scalping.
I just saw in the Marvel Legends group, somebody posted a picture of a trade they were just about to get going for some super rare figure for something of theirs that was like bullshit. The guy just didn't know better. He just happened to stumble across some toys. And like somebody was like, no, dude, this isn't fair. Like, what you have is really valuable. And the guy was pissed that he got, dimed out on. See, now I feel like that's all part of the game because that guy doesn't owe you shit either. Yep. You're not entitled to a fair price, and you're not entitled to a super deal. You're entitled to whatever you work to get. And you tried to work that, and it backfired on you. So fuck you. You know what I mean? Like the game is the game.
And everybody's not as, Greg says, he just goes to his Toys R Us and everything. Everybody's not like Greg. Like I said, it's a profit to a lot of people, and they see a hot thing going, and they don't have morals. They're not like Greg. He's a nice guy. He wants to go look out for other people. And they're not everybody like that in the collectors, Transformer world. It's just not going to happen.
Well, I mean, like in Indiana, I'll put it to them this way: when I hear someone sit there and say, "This is my livelihood, this is my bread and butter," I always like to retort with the classic line of, "No one put a fucking gun to your head and say you need to sell toys for a living. That was a decision you made on your own." It's the same type of thing I say to everybody when they talk about owning a quote unquote shitty figure of any kind, whether it be a Marvel Legends to a Transformer to a fucking GI Joe. No one put a gun to your head when you were in Toys R Us or Walmart or Target or at a convention and said you need to buy it. Like, no one put a gun in my head and said at MegaCon and told me to buy a $20 Ironhide where all I need to do was turn him around and see, holy shit, look at his corrosion. Till it was too late. You know, I bought it. It was my own decision, my own choice. I don't feel bad when someone tries to pull my heartstrings with, oh, man, this is what I do for a living since I lost my job that supposedly paid really well and supported my family. I don't fucking know that for a fact. And to be honest, as callous, as cold as this is going to sound, I don't give a shit either.
Right.
Yeah,
If you're trying to make,
I don't
you're
expect
trying to
you
make money in
guys.
Transformers.
I
If you're
don't
trying to make it. I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, I was going to say, Matt, you know, I don't expect you to sit there and buy my line of whether, regardless if it's true or not, my line of shit I'm going to shovel your way because, hey, this MP Acid Storm that is still in some Toys R Us's across the country, I think you need to pay me $100, not $75 plus shipping for it because this is what I do for a living, man. I can't do anything else. My ass.
No,
Yeah.
of course not. But we
You
have, but all we have to do is say no.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's all there
But
is.
really, if you're trying to make your living off of Transformers, like I said, this, Grimlocks, only come around once in a while. There's not really a lot of stuff out there unless it's just like, 20, 30 years old. Seriously, you need to think your priorities because if you're trying to make, a living off of this, you're probably going to fail.
Well, most people, most people that are making their living off of this, it's not just Transformers. They're
they've got their hands in everything else. But it's just the collection. It's just with the economy and everything. Just stuff like this it's a real big gamble to try to. But that's just life, I guess.
And the shit, like here's the thing, the shit will pan out. Do you know what I mean? Like if you wait it out, it will come your way.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna take some time. Yeah. But it will come.
All I gotta say is MP10. I remember when that came out and the ruckus that caused. That was back when I was really active on the boards at TFW. Dudes buying them up at Toys R Us's because they were for $100. And then they're trying to turn around and flip them for 200 and change. You know what I mean? So all I gotta say is that my MP10 that I bought was in my Toys R Us for like 3 months before I caved in and said, "All right, I'll try this layaway shit." It was worked out for me.
Mine, I'm so glad that I got mine. But mine have been sitting on shelves forever, and I finally I added it to my Christmas list last minute, and my wife stumbled upon it and same one, got it. Anyway, we got a listener question this week.
Yeah, James writes us, what role do you think the growing popularity of 3D printers will take with Transformers? How will it affect the third-party companies in Hasbro Takara? What are the odds of companies forming solely on selling designs of figures to individuals as opposed to selling the figures themselves?
Mm-hmm.
I believe Shapeways.
Go ahead.
Actually, I think,
or Greg.
Well, I was going to say, I think the only people that have to be scared of this is Shapeways.
Right,
Shapeways.
They're taking away their business.
When I buy my third party and the occasional official figure, I don't want it to feel like sandstone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to paint it myself.
Yeah, that's so true.
So
I remember that lovely conversation
Not to play
with a certain customizer who apparently thought you were being fucking aggressive with him. Yeah. Touchy. But I'll tell you right off the bat, I've been noticing a lot of these quote-unquote designers have been using Shapeways as kind of a, if anything, what's the word I'm looking for? A portfolio for submitting their stuff to third-party companies. Look at Echo TF with his Boosticus add-on set, which is supposed to be something on Shapeways, but next thing you know, Extrambots picked it up, and they got such great luck with things. That kind of went to shit real quick. So I think 3D printers are gonna. I think that whole Shapeway site is, honestly, jokes aside, is gonna be around. They're gonna be there for guys to go, hey, I made a new opposable hand for MP10 or a new head or fully opposable hand for your Orion or for your fucking Dark of the Moon Dark Steel. because that's what's on my desk at the moment. You know, I made this and this, and you could just buy this for a low price, but you got to paint it. You know, and people like myself, I ordered the Death Star's head. You know, and when it gets here, because it's on its way, I probably will not be able to color match it at all, but I'm gonna still use it anyway.
Yeah, I think that it is the shapeways that will be affected more so by the 3D printers, but I also think that you know, you'll see an increase among customizers. You know, you'll see people doing more custom shit, selling more custom shit, and I think that all that stuff is good for the fandom. You know what I mean? People being creative within the fandom and making things for other people to enjoy. I think that I don't think it can. Like, I don't think that Joe Schmo buying a 3D printer can get fans project in his sights. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
I
just don't think
definitely
his
I'll
rates.
show them. I'll make my own Insecticons.
but I think that but you know, the idea that, let's say 30 years from now, you know, 25% of the fandom has 3D printers. Of that 25%, maybe 5% are making quality shit. Just little upgrade things like Bumblebee's cane or whatever, things like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's gonna be Dr. Wu that fucking feels it.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know,
Even
I
though
think that
technically
Dr.
Greg's
Wu.
Bumblebee did need the cane after he shook it around like he owed him money.
right. But you know, I think that ultimately that is a piece of technology that will serve the fandom in some regard. But I don't think that it can. I don't think it can fuck.
It's not going to take over the world.
Right. And this, you know, one monkey don't stop no show.
I also don't think that we're going to see the rise of, like, go ahead and print your own Transformer, because, yeah, at least until 3D printers get to the point that you can print multiple colors and all that stuff at one time, you know, and all the things that go with it, like, yeah, I don't see that happening. So people don't want to paint their toys and stuff like that. Like, the toys are already declining. Like, the 3D printers aren't going to be appealing to most people looking to buy toys, I think.
Right.
Hasbro's going to shut that down anyways. So.
Well, Hasbro just released that AllSpark thing, which is about 3D printing, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's
shut
going
it
to
down
be. I don't think that's going to be print your own Transformer.
Hell, Hasbro.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, you gotta, you know, like, it's gonna take the time it takes for the learning curve just to catch up. You know, with people figuring out the programs, figuring out the design, figuring out how to print it, figuring out the paint application to it, and all that. Like, the learning curve of that, like, that's, you know, we're looking at quite some time. You know, 3D printers is still pretty much cutting edge technology. You know, you don't see, like, laymen with it. You know, so I think we're looking at way down the line.
One of my good friends, Earl, he's actually making a cup. So it's a head of cup, but it's a cup.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's super expensive though because of the cost. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's not cheap to do
Is
this
he going to have the
either
cigar
right now.
on it?
Yes.
Awesome.
yeah, it looks cool.
Is he gonna make a couple of those?
Yes.
Awesome.
You can, like, rest it on your lap, and
It's expensive.
you can, like, rest that cup on your lap and lean it forward a little bit. Cup's kissing your thighs.
You
Oh,
know.
like, yeah, that's what's up, Cup. Wreck and rule, motherfucker.
Right.
Wreck
Gay.
and rule. It's not gay if it wears a wig and pretends it's a chick.
Do you
That's
have
true.
anything you'd like to add, Greg?
Gagers.
No, I mean, I don't. I said it before. Like, I just don't see this hurting the old market out there for anybody except for, you know, people that like to paint their own stuff.
Yeah.
Which, you know, hey, Dr. Wu's going to make it.
Yeah, no, I know. I was just fucking around.
Dr. Wu's always going to make it. No,
He's gonna make it. He's gonna sell it in dime bags.
Dr. Wu is going to be like the Keith Richards of Transformers third party.
Never die.
He'll be the only one left.
Real quick before Oscar takes us out of here, a couple things. Shout outs, Dub K for all your third party and proper needs these days, and Iamratchet for all of your G1 needs, and they are both on Facebook and on the interwebs and various social networks. Look them up. Also, we want to, you know, all jokes aside, we want to give a shout out to Mega, one who could not be with us tonight. He may not be with us for a few nights. He's got some personal matters that he has to attend to, and our thoughts are with him. And you know, shout out to him.
Shout out.
Shout out to the woman stealer.
Shout out.
Panty dropping.
So until then, as always, be sure to check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/ShatteredCast Uncut. Look us up on Twitter under ShatteredCast Uncut, now spelled correctly. Thank the Lord. Check out our blogspot run by our very own Greg for Mercy. He tries to contribute when he can on there. Until then, I am Oscar Alonso, and for every other member of the Sinister Six here on ShatteredCast Uncut, your number one Transformer podcast, we'd like to tell you to take care of yourselves and each other.
Leave it silent.
You've been shattered.
Or not.
There we go.
Okay.
What a racist piece of shit.